been thinking a lot about what it's like to be retired, and I heard a lot of people was telling me right after I retired, well, it takes a couple of years to get into the hang of it. Well, I went a couple of years, and I thought I was in the hang of it, but I realized recently that I've kind of really just begun to get into the idea of being able to do whatever I want to do with my time. And I don't have a schedule, and I don't have a clock, and I don't have to hurry up and get something done, and I can take my time to do something right. One of the biggest criticisms I've got down through the years is I didn't do things right, and usually I was in a hurry. Didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of time, I was in a hurry, and slap something together and it works and call it good and move on, And now, like that carburetor the other day, y'all might remember I did this kind of out of fun, but I put a piece of baling wire on that carburetor setup because I had it and it was an easy way to fix it and get it driving. But I also do have a whole box over here. Let me go over here and get it. By the way, how you like that radiator? That's like a 56 Plymouth radiator. And I'm going to test it to see if it leaks when I get one of these engines running. But right here in this box, these are all carburetor linkages, and they're all adjustable. And this is the one that came off the Jeep, which is not adjustable. But I can easily modify those and put them where that piece of baling wire is. And I'm retired, and I got the time to do it, and I can do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do, in fact, a lot of things that are, hot rod / motor related. And I have the time to do that now. So, I like the idea of having this 283 up here to mess around with and, engineering and getting it in the rat rod. I might get it running before I leave to go back to Georgia, but even if I don't, it'll be here waiting for me when I come back. And that other engine would be a perfect candidate to take down to Georgia, poke into that Rambler. So that gives me I like having stuff like this to mess with, because otherwise, what are you going to do? You're going to sit on the couch all day and look at the internet? You can only play banjo all day long for so long before you get tired of that. So it's nice to have these things to mess with. And I got a lot of things to mess with, and that makes me pretty happy. So today, let's move on with me stopping just chitter-chattering, and let's just move on. Today is going to be an engine sorting day. I am going to basically create two piles. One pile will be the Rat Rod 283 Chevy pile, where I'm going to put all my Chevy parts. And I got Chevy parts up in the attic of the house over there for that other motor. And that's going to be the other pile. The other pile is going to be that block. And these are the Chevy heads. I'm going to give these to him, even though I know he's not going to use them. But he might want to throw it together and hear it running, just to get him started before he tears it all apart to make something else out of it. I'm going to sort all of those Chevy parts into two different piles. One will be bound for Virginia, and one will stay here and go in the rat rod. And I'm also going to be looking at how to get that engine on a trailer with the Prius. And one thing that might work really well, this motor, this 283 motor right here, is on a little engine stand. Now, the benefit of having it on that little engine stand is that I could sit that on the front of that trailer, and it would only be, well, let's get a ruler and see. Because the back of that Prius, I have it up on some board things, so that I can get the doors high enough to make sure that I can get the doors open over the fenders. But with this, if it was just sitting on the floor on the oil pan, it would roll around. Every time you hit the brakes, it'd go sliding around. But on this stand, I could strap that stand down. And that would mean, without the heads on it, that'd be about 19 inches tall. I believe I had 3 sheets of 3, 6, 9, that's 9 inches. Let me think about this. Anyway, I believe I could get this on the front, the very front of that trailer, and have that Prius on there and have them not interfere with each other. I believe I could do that. Suppose another option is to lay it down or lay it on the side. It'd be like 17 inches. Anyway, so I feel like I forgot something. There was something important, something very important I was going to add to this all, but I can't remember what it is. But what's going to happen today, like I said, I'm going to sort engines and generally clean up the garage. I got some Chevy Bellhausen flywheel parts over here. By the way, his name's slipping my head. Kevin's the one that's got that 280, that other 283, and he's got flywheels and things for that. So today it's going to be kind of an engine sorting, garage straightening sort of day. That's what I'm going to do. And if y'all don't like it, you can write your congressman, and if you think they're going to give you some happy results, I'll sell you a bridge out in Arizona that goes right over the Missouri River, because I'm a nice guy that way, and I want to help y'all get a really good deal on some real estate. So I figure if you was to be writing to your congressman expecting good results, then you can buy about anything. So that's what I'm thinking.